Alright, everybody, welcome back to another stream. Assuming you've been here before. If not, then welcome to your first gameplay and talk stream. I am your host, Austin. Tonight we will be playing Doom 3 for PC. I play lots of Doom on my channel, and this is one that's been asked for quite a lot over the years. And so I'm glad to finally be able to deliver this one for you guys. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get through the whole game in one sitting. For one, I'm extremely tired today. Just massive sleep deprivation. I've been up all day when I shouldn't have been up all day. And it's also Halloween, so we had Halloween shenanigans earlier tonight. And we also had some technical difficulties before starting the stream. And just, yeah, it's just one of those days. Doom 3 takes about, at least according to my last playthrough, at least 10 to 12 hours to go through. If you really know what you're doing and you're speedrunning, and you could probably get through the game, you know, faster than that, but I predict this is probably going to be a 10-hour playthrough. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in one sitting. I'm going to try my best to go as far as I can. And speaking of which, I'm doing something I don't normally do these days, and people should recognize that sound of the old monster drink. Take a sip, and so yeah, we're gonna try to wing it and see if we can get through this game all the way in one sitting. But yeah, welcome guys to the stream. Hope you guys are looking forward to some Doom 3, regardless whether you like the game or not. Hopefully you're still looking forward to checking out the stream. So I used to love this game. I liked it a lot when it first came out, and then I you know, went back to it regularly over the years. I went back to it again just recently, a couple weeks ago, and I didn't really enjoy it all that much. And I think there are a lot of reasons for that. I think the biggest reason is that Doom 2016 wasn't a thing the last time I had played through Doom 3. Doom 3 was the newest Doom game that had come out. But now Doom 2016 is a thing, and I've beaten it like 10 times. Probably more times than I've beaten Doom 3, actually. And so a lot of Doom 3's gameplay mechanics just do not hold up well at all. From having to whip out the flashlight 10 hours into your playthrough, to constantly having to reload your weapons, to the very, my god, very slow movement speed, and then your stamina meter arbitrarily slowing you down for half the playthrough. It's just kind of a mess, honestly. You know, I think it's a good game in short bursts, but as far as like trying to binge it in one playthrough like I'm gonna try to do, it's not the kind of game for that sort of playthrough. You know, if you'd like to go and plow through the original Doom in one sitting, or even Doom 2016 in one sitting, which I've done multiple times on this channel, Doom 3 doesn't really work like that. Doom 3 is such a slow-paced game compared to those. Even when you try to play fast, it's still infinitely slower compared to those other games. So, yeah, we'll kind of see how I feel about it on this playthrough. Now that I've gone through it once again, just these last few weeks, so I am warmed up to it. We'll see how the playthrough goes. We'll see if, you know, I warm back up to it again, or if I still feel like it's a really tedious experience. We'll see a couple hours into the playthrough. So a couple disclaimers here, guys. Again, I do have the normal latency turned on today. Usually with first-person shooters, the encoding's not quite as strong on them, so you might see a lot of artifacts and stuff. If I do the normal encoding, or sorry, normal delay, which gives YouTube more time to process the stream, the video quality is usually a little bit better. So I have it on the normal latency today, so you're not going to see your chat pop up on your video feed as quickly. It's probably going to take 30 to 45 seconds. Likewise, my chat responses aren't going to be that quick either, so just keep that in mind as you're watching. Also, one thing I wanted to note is that we are playing this in 4x3. So when Doom 3 first came out in 2004, most people were still rocking 4x3 monitors, either newer 4x3 LCDs or 4x3 CRT monitors. And so we're actually running it at a 4x3 resolution. We do have it on ultra settings, basically maxed out and whatnot. And I do actually have a Sound Blaster, God, what's in here? Sound Blaster X-Fi X Gamer Edition or whatever from I think 2007 or 2008. So it actually does support EAX. So some of the sound effects will be pretty cool on this playthrough. So yeah, we're kind of running Doom 3 sort of how, like, at least aspect ratio wise, like how it would have looked back in the day. Now, when I first played Doom 3, I had a lower end Pentium 4 computer, not a very good GPU, not a whole lot of RAM. I had to run the game at like 640 by 480, and it still ran at like 5 frames a second. It was pretty much unplayable, but the game was mind-blowing still at the time. So what kind of how I'm playing it right now would be like if you just magically had a top-of-the-line machine at the time, and even then, like I don't even think top-of-the-line machines in 2004 could handle Doom 3 at ultra settings and whatnot. And probably not for a couple of years after that, actually. But yeah, you'll still get to see the you know, the gameplay at the 4:3 aspect ratio that most people would have experienced it at back in the day. You can change the resolutions. It does actually have widescreen resolution options. I thought it didn't, but I'm not actually sure how you change that. I'm trying to figure out how you would change the aspect ratio. I thought that. Yeah, because I think the resolution it maxes out at is like 1600 by 1200 or something like that, and you know that's technically a widescreen resolution, I believe, but it's not the conventional like 1280 by 720 or you know 1920 by 1080. So yeah, 2004. Now you can get patches to make it work at 1080p and whatnot. You know, modern 16 by 9 resolutions. But yeah, we're playing it at 4:3. So. What we're going to also do is start a brand new game. We're going to play in the veteran difficulty mode, and basically what that is kind of like the ultra violence equivalent in this game. And yeah, there is Nightmare that you unlock after you beat the game once on veteran, and yeah, Nightmare is actually interesting because your health is constantly ticking down to a minimum of 25. And you get this item called the Soul Cube for the entire playthrough. Normally you don't find the Soul Cube on Veteran until much later in the playthrough. The Soul Cube can give you health back. So there's this, on Nightmare mode, there's this constant, you know, back and forth of you having to kill enemies to charge the Soul Cube, and then launching the Soul Cube at enemies to get your health back up above 25, and then it'll tick back down to 25. So it's kind of an interesting playthrough, but we're not going to do that here. So, okay, so, yeah, what we're going to do is the Patreon shout-out. So before we start, so as usual, guys, thanks to everyone continuing to support the channel via places like Patreon. If anyone's out there is interested in getting my Let's Plays early and participating in things like Q&A sessions, check the links in the description box below. Likewise, thanks to all the recent live stream super chatters and channel members. Thanks to Shiny Philistine again on the last stream, who actually did a donation. And thanks to everyone else that's continuing to support the channel. If you want to support on Patreon but don't want to actually do it on Patreon, you want to do it maybe through YouTube itself, there's that join button on all my videos and whatnot. That's a way to support the channel as well. You'll also get your videos early and participate in Q&As and whatnot. So let's go ahead and jump into the games. Let's go ahead and start a brand new game here. This is not the same version that's on original Xbox. No, that was a port of the PC game. There were a lot of cutbacks made to that version of the game. The original Xbox version is actually a really solid port for the time, especially if you played on an old CRT. It actually still looks really good, and it plays very well. But ideally, you know, if you want to experience Doom 3, you probably want to play the PC version of some kind. There is the Doom 3 BFG edition, which came out, you know, what was it, 2011 or 2012? I think it was 2012. Was it 2012? 2012 or 2013? I can't remember. It was after I moved into my apartment here, and that was 2012 at the very least. So, and you know what? Let's skip that. What we're going to do is also actually end up skipping a lot of the cutscenes and stuff like that, because the game's got oh my god, you're so damn slow in this game. The story is actually fairly basic in this game. Basically, there's a doctor. One of the leaders of this operation here is, well, I don't even need to explain it. Who cares? All hell's gonna break loose in about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna shoot demons for the rest of the playthrough. That's pretty much going to be it.
Still, moving around only makes the test take longer.
Liberal Arts Guy says 2012 was Doom 3 BFG edition.
Right, scan looks good. You're cleared for
Hey, Ronnie, what's going up, man? Yeah, happy birthday, by the way, man. It's Ronnie's birthday today. Alright, so this guy that we just didn't really talk to because we skipped through it, he actually gave us a PDA, so we can hit tab to bring that out. And we just actually ended up in another cutscene. So yeah, we can access the PDA. There's lots of stuff we can go through here. Yeah, not too exciting right now, but we will access that quite a bit over the course of the playthrough. And let's go this way. So in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, there's this sort of faint bar. That's your stamina bar. You can barely see it right now because it is translucent. But you've got to watch out for that. When that hits 0, you can no longer run. And so what we have to do is hit up the main commander or chief or whatever the hell he is. Sergeant, I don't know. He's always pissed off. So we just skip his cutscene and then we walk back out. We basically have to go investigate something, and then that's when all hell breaks loose. And then that's where the game really starts. So one reason I'm skipping the cutscenes and stuff like that, where available, is to just save time. Because like I said, this is a long playthrough. And I want to, you know, cut back on as much time as possible. If I'm going to, you know, do this in one sitting. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in one sitting, but I'm going to try. So...
The UAC cares about the quality of life of its employees. Please take advantage of our quality medical care services.
So these guys, once everything goes to hell, no pun intended, these guys actually help you out quite a bit at certain moments in the game. They have turrets, and they will shoot enemies for you. And they're pretty resilient as well. They actually can take a lot of hits, and they also do a lot of damage, which is nice. Liberal Arts Guy, the movement in Xbox, the Xbox version, might feel faster because the frame rate is a lot lower. That is something to keep in mind. When the frame rates dip a little bit, like I think the Xbox version runs at 30 frames a second.
I need you to grab some armor and secure your
so that can sometimes give the illusion of faster movement, even though you're not actually moving that much faster, if any faster at all.
Let me do a radio test.
Now, it's been a couple years since I actually fired up the original Xbox version. I don't remember if your stamina meter runs out as quickly in that version. I assume it's pretty accurate to the PC version.
Just follow the main passage to the underground junction and straight out.
And it looks like we are dropping a lot of frames here, unfortunately. So if there's buffering, I do apologize for that.
Okay, you're all set. Oh yeah, keep in mind, civilians are working down here. Don't get excited and cheating.
Alright, so we're going to come down this way. And we've got the pistol. And this is going to be our only weapon for a little bit. We will get the shotgun later on. I'm not going to, like, explore a lot of places, you know.
Keep any of these machines running? Yes, sir. It's just that the science team demand a lot. And now the computers...
I basically just want to get to my destinations as quickly as possible. There's a barrel right there. Yeah, DJ, it should get choppy for you because we're buffering, or we're not buffering, but we dropped a lot of frames, so. And what's going on, DJ? How you doing, man? Yeah, we dropped frames on my end, so you don't question it, guys. It's just, we dropped frames, so you will buffer, or it will get choppy. Nothing we can do about it. The internet connection could be a little iffy right now because of the, like I said, for those of you guys that don't know, we had a big power outage here in this area. And power came back up about 45 minutes ago. Actually, a little more than 45 minutes ago now. Probably about a little over an hour ago now. And, so, things could still be a little iffy in this area. I'm just crossing my fingers the power doesn't go out again. Oops, was facing the wrong way. I did go down, right? Did I go the wrong way? Okay, no, we're good. Alright. I'm gonna kill him because he's gonna turn into a zombie. And so from here on out, the game is very, very dark. And we're gonna be using the flashlight for a lot of the playthrough. So by default, you can hit F for flashlight, and then if you hit F again, it'll switch back to your gun, whatever gun you had equipped. Yeah, there were thunderstorms here, Ronnie, and tornado warnings. The wind was actually pretty high, surprisingly.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We're under attack by an unknown enemy force. Fall back to
Alright, so we basically have to work our way back now. Let's go back down.
I say again, fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders. Squad leaders give sit reps. Over.
Command HQ, this is Roger. We got one Marine down. It's wounded. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 4. We are pinned down and outflanked. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2. Main power systems down at sun level.
And I'm just gonna skip that guy.
Systems only. We got lots of civilian casualties. It's a mess. Command HQ, secure the area.
Alright, so I want to come down here
All units, this is Commander
and get some
Directed
items,
to Marine headquarters and await further orders.
just like so. Now I just picked up some armor shards. Armor sort of reduces the amount of damage you take from enemies, but honestly, armor doesn't really seem to do a whole lot in this game. So we're going to be getting a lot of armor pickups, but they just really don't feel like they do much. Now, so I am playing this on a PC, a separate PC, running it into my capture card. So I'm not actually streaming this from the same PC that I stream. And this PC is normally hooked up to a CRT PC monitor. But playing Doom 3 on that CRT VGA monitor was extremely difficult. It was super, super dark. So I've actually like routed out the signal to my normal LCD monitor that I usually play games on. You can also smack guys with the flashlight, but it's actually really hard to do, so I might not do it that much in this playthrough. We've run out of stamina as well, so I have to wait for it to charge back up a little bit. And there's our shotgun. And so we are playing the vanilla version of Doom 3, however, it is the Steam version, so it's likely been patched and things like that. So it's not the original version, just straight from the original install media, which I actually could have done. But the Steam version worked, so we're playing the Steam version of the game. Oh, come on, dude, really? By the way, the gunplay in this game sucks balls, if you guys were wondering. It is really terrible compared to, well, lots of other first-person shooters, not just Doom games. Your shotgun is very inaccurate unless you're right in front of the enemies. And, fortunately, there's this right here to get my health back, so I'm not really punished too badly. So I think F5 is quick save. There we go. So I wanted to go ahead and quick save just in case we died, because our health was so low. Yeah, Ronnie, so yeah, there's less resources used on my streaming rig, which is nice. But, You know, Doom 3 is not really a demanding game in this day and age, so it wouldn't really matter that much, but the thing is, capturing software in OBS can be a pain as well. So I actually just completely worked my way around that issue by just using a separate PC and then running it into my capture card. So it's kind of win-win on both accounts. Although my CPU resources are really shooting up right now for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Normally when I stream, my resources are sitting around 15 or 20%, which is good. But now it's shooting all the way up to 45 and 50% for no apparent reason. And that can, I mean, 35, 45, 50%, it's not the worst. But once you start getting up to like 60% utilization, you start dropping frames and stuff like that. Not just connection-wise, but it's like your CPU just can't keep up. And it just drops frames when it's trying to encode. So, not ideal. Alright, so we downloaded some PDA information. Oh my god. So you can get shot at when you've got your PDA up, which is really aggravating. So let's actually go back, because there was another health station. And am I going the wrong way? No, we're fine. Alright, so go back, access the health station, just like so. And there was another one back here that I could probably get as well. Actually, you know, I'm good. That's enough. We get 83 health. But because of the stamina bar, I have to slow down. One of the things I hate the most about Doom 3 is the stamina bar, is just being arbitrarily slowed down. So I can't go through the game at my own pace. I have to go through the game at Doom 3's pace. Occasionally, you do get some adrenaline, which maxes out your stamina meter for a few seconds, but those are kind of few and far between, unfortunately. So a lot of security codes you're going to find in users are in users' email boxes. So this one's pretty obvious. Updated security code 531. It's probably going to be this one. So there we go. So we're going to have to sift through our PDAs quite a bit over the course of this playthrough. There's going to be an imp right here as well. Hi, imp. And it's a dead imp.
This is Sergeant Kelly. We don't know what we're up against.
Yeah, I don't want to be too negative about the game over the course of the playthrough, but I mean, this is my channel, so I am going to be vocalizing, you know, my various opinions on the game as we go through it. And, so yeah, that is definitely one of my biggest complaints with the game, is the stamina meter. There are some hacks and patches you can get for the game. One is the duct tape mod, which, you know, as the name suggests, duct tapes the flashlight to every gun. And, well, actually, I don't know if it's every gun, but it, you know, gives you the flashlight attached to many guns at the very least. That way you don't have to whip out the flashlight constantly. And I don't mind the flashlight mechanic in and of itself. It's just that you know, you still have to whip it out 10 hours into your playthrough. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, you know, there should have been some sort of progression where, like, okay, maybe you have to whip out the flashlight in the first couple hours, but then, you know, halfway through the game, you get a power-up or some kind of upgrade that lets you have it permanently mounted, or something like that. But the game doesn't do that, except for the hell situations. But hell only lasts about 5% of the overall game. Like, it's a super tiny percent of the game. When you're in hell, you have no flashlight. You can't use it at all. And your stamina meter's maxed out. So I feel like they should have done that much earlier in the playthrough and just left it permanent. But and for those of you guys that have never seen Doom 3, you will understand what I mean by the end of this playthrough. The progress isn't too bad so far, actually.
Up here.
You gonna drop it or what? Okay, there we go.
I was the only one still alive.
Would I rather play Doom 3 or Quake 4? Ooh, man, that's a tough one. I think I might actually prefer Quake 4. I never thought I'd say this, actually, but I think I might actually prefer Quake 4 because halfway through the game, your character speed pretty much doubles. and the game becomes a lot more fun at that point. So there's this transformation phase in Quake 4, and you guys will see that eventually. I do plan on streaming that on my channel here. And when the transformation phase happens, you know, again, the game just becomes a lot more fun because it becomes faster. I think the combat also becomes a little more intense by that point, too. I think your overall flexibility increases as well as I think your ammo capacity increases. So on and so forth.
My team is gone. They're all dead. I'm running blind here. What are my orders? Over.
So now we have the chain gun, or actually technically this is just the machine gun, I believe. We do get the minigun or the chain gun later on in the playthrough. So we have to make sure we're constantly reloading as well, because there's nothing like being in the middle of battle and running out of ammo and having to reload. So I'm just gonna wait here. Yeah, Mike is patiently waiting for that. You're actually probably one of the only people, I think, Mike, that wants to actually see Quake 4. No, I'm just kidding. I know several other people have asked about it, but you've asked the most for sure. So I know you're waiting for it. Probably more than anyone else. And there we go. Well, that was close. Almost died because I had to reload my gun. Oh, Doom 3. We're such a pain in the ass. Okay. And the game does get very repetitious as well. So, you know, these imps that we're encountering right now, we're basically just going to be doing that for the rest of the game. The imps are by far the most common enemy type in the game. So you see them right from the very beginning, and then you see them all the way up until the very end. And I don't think this is going to give me a code for this one, but let's double check anyway. Ronnie says, I'd watch you stream Quake 4. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Nothing there. Probably nothing there. So some of these key codes as well are also actually in voice chats or voice messages. So it's going to use your data.
Audio log for Dr. Casey. Station.
So there we go. Hey Tony, welcome back.
The most prominent topic was the vast number of the number of reports indicates that 10% of people on patients have shown symptoms. As many people will not come in for this kind of thing. The number of affected personnel will be 30 to 40% is even manifested itself. Have several nurses and a couple of good doctors out for related reasons. I'm going to formally request 2 additional psychiatrists.
I hate coworkers like that, Ronnie.
We have are being overworked.
It's like, you know, I'm being mean intentionally, and it's just going right over your head. And me being mean is hopefully a way of getting you to stop talking to me, unless you absolutely have to. I have. Well, right now there's probably only 1 or 2 coworkers I work with like that, but at previous jobs there have been several. Okay, so I think I have to go under here like this, just like so. And we actually had just gotten some adrenaline, so you know I was just holding down the run button permanently there for a minute. But again, the adrenaline doesn't last very long. Okay, so we have new security clearance, so we can go through a different door now. And so we need to come back here, I'm guessing. Now these enemies do oftentimes drop guns and bullets and things like that, so it is good to go back and, you know, pick up what you can. Okay, where are you? All the way back there. Yeah, Office. We all know you like terrible games. We get it. I'm just kidding. I won't berate anyone for liking Doom 3 a lot. I do get the idea, though, like, people that see this as their favorite, they probably don't like fast-paced games. They probably don't like classic Doom. They're like, what is classic Doom? Oh, that's a piece of crap game. Deserves none of the notoriety it gets. It's so archaic. The stream freezing on you might be on your end right now, because we haven't dropped any frames in a little while. I do have the bitrate fairly high, though, so if your internet connection is really crappy, then you might just buffer because of that. I feel like I might be going the wrong way, although I could actually use some of this right here. Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely going the wrong way. What do you mean I'm not used to reloading, Doomstash? I'm totally used to reloading. And yes, I have played Halo, and I just looped around in a circle. Keep in mind, Doomstash, your clips do not go very long at all in Doom 3. Be it your machine gun, or your shotgun, or whatever. And by the end of the playthrough, it gets to a point where, you know, you're just running out of ammo left and right. There we go. And I don't know why you'd say I'm not used to reloading. I've been reloading a crap ton during this playthrough. I'm trying to play it relatively safe, too. But you really can't go gung-ho against a lot of these guys. Like, you've gotta, you know, stay behind cover. Make sure you reload before... And look, I'm out of extra ammo, so I can't even reload now. So I'm gonna run out of ammo, and that's it. Ooh, spooky. That's why I wanted to play this game on Halloween. I actually had thought about playing this game earlier on in the month, but I thought it would be good to stream this on Halloween. Oh yeah, one other thing that's really annoying in this game is every time you take a hit, the camera goes whoa, whoa, whoa. And so if you had a lock on the enemy, you're probably going to lose that lock, and you're going to have to readjust your aim. And there's the turret I was talking about, that little guy from earlier. So he's going to help us out now. So we'll just follow him and let him do all the work. Nice and powerful. Let's switch over to my gun and reload. Yeah, sorry, Mike. I don't know what to say, dude. Is anybody else out there having problems? What I would recommend, Mike, is going to speedtest.net and checking your internet connection. Because if it's buffering for you, but not anybody else, then it's probably your internet connection. right. We're making fairly quick progress, which is good. That, you know, warm-up playthrough I did a few weeks ago definitely helped out a lot. It also helps that I can actually see what I'm doing, because on the first session of that playthrough I did, I could not see anything at all. Like, it was really bad. So in my second session, I switched over to this LCD monitor that I'm using right now, and so I can see things quite a bit better. It's fine on liberal arts guys end. Justin's running 480p, but you're running Minecraft at the same time.
I don't think you understand.
Alright, so we're going to be quick saving a lot on this part because the checkpoints are kind of few and far between here. And that is something to keep in mind when you play Doom 3, is there are checkpoints, but they're not that often, typically. Actually, in a lot of cases, they might not even be for like the entire level. So you really want to be quick saving relatively frequently, otherwise you're going to be redoing the same sections over and over and over again. Which is never any fun. Well, it might be fun in something like Castlevania, but it's not all that fun in Doom 3. I'm gonna get so many comments on this stream. God, you just complain all the time. So here we go. We got some grenades. Grenades actually aren't that bad, but they're actually kind of weird in that they sit in the middle of your weapon bar in the bottom right. So you'll be switching through weapons later on in the playthrough, and you'll go from like minigun, chain gun to grenade, and then back to like plasma gun and rocket launcher and stuff like that. It's really weird.
Don't stop, buddy.
Don't stop,
There's
buddy.
nothing you can do for me.
There's nothing you can do for me except kill you.
Access denied.
Alright. I was still able to dodge that imp's fireball just by walking. Okay, I guess we have to go back. Okay. When it comes to scares and things like that, Doom 3 actually is still pretty effective, surprisingly. If you play this in a dark room with headphones on by yourself, it is definitely still effective from a horror angle. So they definitely nailed that aspect of the game. As you can see, you can kill imps in one hit to get up close to them. And same with these guys. Oh my god, come on. Was that 4 hits? That was pathetic. I'm offended. You made fun of people who complain all the time. I'm making a Twitter post about this. Hashtag triggered. Did that guy? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. I thought that guy got up and started walking. Alright, let's go ahead and quick save it here. We're going to experience our first Pinky Demon. Right here. Now, you know, as crappy as the shotgun is, it is very, very powerful up close. So this is going to be our main workhorse for most of the playthrough. The big thing is you really have to get up close for it to be really useful, though. One thing I really like about some Doom 3 mods is that they've tweaked the you know, the shot spread of the shotgun, and it'll have much better accuracy at long range, which makes the gun so much more fun to use. There's a fantastic Doom 3 mod we played a few weeks ago, actually, on my channel called Classic Doom 3. And that mod does just that. It makes the shotgun much more enjoyable to use. And, let's see. Oh, this is one of those Martian Buddy storage cabinets. Back in the day, you'd have to actually go online to, I think it was martianbuddy.com or something like that, and it would give you a code for that cabinet. I don't have the code off the top of my head. But one other thing that Classic Doom 3 does, the mod, is that it also removes the weapon reloading. So the gunplay, as a result, ends up being a lot more fun. For one, your shotgun works much better at longer range, just like it does in Classic Doom. But also, you don't have to worry about reloading. They also got rid of the stamina bar. And so, oh man. After playing that mod, all I can think of to myself is, what would Doom 3 be like without the stamina bar, and without reloading, and with a better shotgun? It would be a lot more fun. And look, I'm out of stamina, so I can't run right now. I kind of screwed myself over. Alright, we've got some shells. Actually, switch back to the no, we're gonna stick with this. I do need some health, though. I'm very, very low. There we go. Should be another one. There we go. The code of the Martian Buddies is 0508. Okay, I'll try that. Oh, come on. Yeah, the game likes to spawn in enemies right in front of you and right behind you. Just like so. Where was the cabinet? It was right here. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Thank you for that, Douglas, because we got this bad boy really early in the playthrough. I didn't know you could do that. That is a very good reward. Come on, stamina. You can charge back up faster than that. Okay, I have to actually go back. Alright, now we go back this way. And you usually know you're going in the right direction when enemies start spawning all around you.
The Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division.
Hail to the king, baby. Alright, I probably should quick save, because I haven't done it in a while. I'm gonna have to fall down here. Oh yeah, you do take fall damage in this game too. And you actually take quite a bit of it from not very high up. So you do have to be very careful about that. Alright, end of level. Good stuff. It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum, but I'm all out of the gum.
Marine, I've received a report that you haven't reached Bravo team yet. You need to pick up the station. Gain headquarters. Reaching the communication facility quickly is imperative.
Wow. Did you see them just teleport right in front of me? I was moving too fast. I was too fast for Doom 3. Oh, come on. What a waste of 20 health.
The UAC takes pride in its safety record. Please follow UAC procedures.
Where did you come from? He wasn't there just 5 seconds ago. Not even 5 seconds. Yeah, you gotta watch out for imps in really cheap locations like that. Great. Go back and get some health. Right, I can't go up there. So I have to jump down here. Alright, see if we got anything here. I don't see anything. And I really don't feel like going through all of the, like, the voice chats and whatnot. The voice messages.
Warning. EPD laser active.
Alright. Oh, god damn it. Just when you think you're safe, right? Ugh, aggravating. Alright, so we have to come through here. There's a little door we have to access. We have to click that. And here we go. Oh, jeez. I didn't even see him. you look closely, you can actually see glowing eyeballs from enemies that are in the dark. But the eyeballs are so small that it's really tough to see. The BFG is locked away. Yes, and I actually don't know the code to get it later on in the playthrough. So you guys aren't going to see the BFG until the very end of the game unless someone else speaks up. Unless someone else speaks up with the code. Alright, so I guess I have to work my way back. Oh, come on. New enemy type. Trying to kill that imp and it threw me into a cutscene. No, the Martian buddy cabinets actually, they don't appear very often in the game. But there is a BFG behind a locked door later on, and I've never figured out how to get that. Tony, yeah, man, I have no idea where that is, dude. Locker 003? I would assume we've gotten Locker 003 already. So I'm pretty sure most of the lockers in the game are kind of just, they kind of appear in like numerical order. At least it feels like it. I'll have to double check. Alright.
Good. Oh, it startled me. Man, never mind see you. I thought I was all alone. It's been freaking spooky lately. You got lower through circuits and it's unstable. Be careful with that gun. A stray bullet into the glass shields could blow the whole area. I'm gonna try and get this thing stabilized. I'll head to the science office when I have this under control.
.0508 is also the one for the BFG? Seriously? Okay. Would not have guessed that. I guess I blew myself up by hitting the walls? It's the only thing I can think of. I can't remember what my quick load is. Yes. God, and when they hit you, you get bounced back too. And this is another thing that sucks in Doom 3. He's getting cornered and not being able to do anything about it. Yeah, it's when I shoot those. I had a feeling. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just try to run straight through the room. Offline. Wow. What a ripoff. Yeah, guys, listen, guys, I appreciate the locker codes. I'm not gonna remember this crap. You guys don't have to give me locker codes, seriously. A lot of them I'll find the normal way, and the rest I just don't really even care about that much. The BFG was really the only one I was really interested in. Most of the rest, I kind of know what to look for to access them. Go ahead and save it. This is actually my favorite Doom game. Yay. I am happy for you. I am glad people enjoy this game. Alright. Another level down. Gonna take a quick restroom break here in a minute. I think I actually just quick loaded a previous level. Yeah, god damn it. Not Doom Guy is apparently pretty good at reloading weapons while climbing ladders at the same time.
C4, please, if anyone can hear me, please help me.
Makes you wonder how actual Doom Guy would handle that same situation. How about, guys, we don't care about what your favorites are and just enjoy all of them? How about that? What a concept! Says the guy that spent the first hour of this stream bitching about Doom 3. But I digress. But, I mean, everyone knows Wolfenstein 3D is actually the best Doom game that ever existed. Alright, so apparently we're actually using oxygen right now, so I have to get back into an area where I'm not using oxygen. Uh-oh, we're dropping frames again. We might start buffering or skipping.
Since the dawn of the space,
think they just... Oh, they're chasing me, yeah.
Bravo team reports they located your position but are unable to move to your current location. Head through engineering and try to link up with them in Sector 3.
Starting to think that Hollywood directors that are fans of camera shake played a lot of Doom 3 back in the day. Death Dwellers? Yeah, I never played that one. Not sure if I should play it.
Don't shoot. I can help you. The lights are all out. I'll lead you through here if you can get me off this base. Electromagnetic pulses have knocked out the electrical systems in this area. Watch out. A big one could knock out our lights.
Still no ammo for that. We're probably not gonna have ammo for a while. I'm try to stay close to this guy. He actually died the last time I played this. He might like give you a code or an item at the end. So I would like to see him through to the end. But if he dies, it's not a big deal. Oops. Wrong way. Hey man, I just took a fireball for you. You owe me.
Don't let it get me!
I can't even see where it is. Like, don't let it get me. It's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't even see it. Should have whipped out my flashlight.
Hang on. Here comes another. Kill it! Don't let it get me!
Who cares, Doomstash? I seriously don't care. I don't take this story seriously enough to really care. Apparently he's not gonna give us anything because he's dead. Oh, come on. I'm gonna be dead here in a minute, too. Fuck. I'd rather just call him Fake Doom Guy. That's funnier. Or not actual Doom Guy. You know what? Just go die. Seriously. I don't even care. You're wasting my time. My time is valuable. And my stamina's out. Yeah, Ronnie, knowing that there are people that take shmup storylines really seriously, I have no doubt there are some hardcore fans of Doom's story. I mean, go to Doom World and watch any random 18-year-old's random post on the forum, and yeah, it's pretty obvious. There are people out there that are fans of the story. I don't get it personally, but whatever. I'm just gonna... No, let's go ahead and see if there's anything else here. I think that's it. Yep. But it was just a clip and some armor. Again, armor is like next to useless in this game. It really doesn't seem to do a whole lot for you. So when I see armor in a cabin, I'm just like, whoop-de-doo. Who cares? No, I'm not... Dude, Doom World is actually really cool, Ronnie. I actually post on it quite a bit. But, like, a lot of forums, they're like, you know, you'll get, like, kids that are like, what's your favorite version of Doom guy? What's your favorite gun in Doom? If you were stuck on an island and could only choose from one Doom gun to defend yourself from wild snakes and beasts and other animals, would it be the pistol, the chain gun, or the shotgun? We're not going to count the other guns because they don't exist in real life. You know, I'm just like... Those are the conversations I usually avoid. But no, it's like, you get that with any forum, but some forums have more of it than others. Forums that tend to skew towards a younger audience, or a younger user base, tend to have more of those types of conversations. You go to a place like Atari Age, where the average user is definitely older, you know, getting close to middle age, at the very least. You get a whole lot less conversation like that, and so I don't feel like I'm in high school again, you know, posting on a place like Atari Age. I actually recently had a guy that was spamming all my YouTube videos with questions like that. Like, it was kind of funny at first, but then like he just kept going and going and going and going and going and going. And I was just like, I gave him the boot. I was like, this is just annoying, man. It's like that, it's like being stuck in a permanent forum thread where those arbitrary questions are asked over and over and over again. I'm just like, no. Quit wasting my time. So, guy out there, if you're listening, you're welcome. Wow, we're here already. Man, that was fast. If there was a zombie apocalypse, what color of sky would you hope it would be in that given day? Orange, blue, or black, or gray? What? Seriously? goes. There goes Office. You must have a favorite version of the Vampire Killer Whip. Even if I did have a favorite, and you know, if I really think about it, I probably do. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. Like, it just doesn't matter. It's not interesting. To me, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like the equivalent of like talking to your coworkers and asking how the weather is. Just to strike up conversation. Except on YouTube, conversation doesn't actually go anywhere because it's like, you know, you answer the question and then that's it. You either get another dumb question or that's it. Alright, so what we have to do here is pick up a couple of these things and dispose of them. And trust me, I am not the kind of person that likes talking about the weather. I'm one of those people that's like, I like good conversation, nuanced conversation, real conversation. I don't like how is the weather conversation. Yeah, there we go. There, it's supposed to be a sensor that lets you know when you're over, on top of one. Close. And then you can actually try to, drop it off there in the middle, manually, but I think if you do transfer item to incinerator, it does it automatically.
Toxic gas levels decreased 50%.
Toxic gas levels decreased. Oops, I have to go up this way. Yeah, one of the issues with this touchscreen functionality in Doom 3 is it's kind of hard to see where your thing actually is. Although my stomach is so big now that it's always hard to see where my thing actually is. But that's neither here nor there. I can't tell if it's on it or... No, okay, that should be it. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed it yet, Doom 3 has a system where you can look at screens and interact with them with the mouse. So this was actually very advanced for the time, and it's not something you see used very often these days. It's a pretty cool technology, actually. But from a gameplay perspective, it can also kind of get in the way.
Waste disposal area now safe for entry.
It would be one thing if you could like control the camera, like look up with like, you know, say if you had a dual analog stick setup, like look up and then still control the mouse separately, you know, kind of like you could in real life. Like in real life, I'd be able to look up and then still sort of see the buttons with my peripheral vision, and then use my other hand to, you know, to access them. Oh, I saw that, MD Mister. Was it really a big box version of the game? I thought I saw that and it was a small box version. I have to double check, actually. Let me go do that. It's actually one of the... let's see. No, I can't find it. I'm not going to spend time looking for it. But yeah, it was on, oh, it might have been in the Doom 3 section on Doom World. I looked into just the main Doom section. Yeah, I actually there is actually a big box version of the game. When Doom 3 came out, it was mostly a small box game. So in the early 2000s, PC games started going to this really small like form factor. Doom 3 was one of those games that was in those smaller boxes, but there was actually a big box version. I don't know if it was exclusive to overseas or anything like that, but I have seen them very rarely on eBay, but I have seen them. Okay. I don't see it. Not a big deal. Good use of the grenades. That was weird. I heard this like high-pitched chime. I don't know if it was in the game or something else. I don't know. Alright, let's go back. And that was my fault. I should have reloaded before I went out in the open like that. You really, really have to watch out for that when you play this game. And Sam, I just did it again. It's like you want to be reloaded before you get into action-packed sections like this. We can probably come this way, I'm guessing. Oh, I remember this section. Okay. Oh, these damn spiders, man. There are so many of them. I think there's also going to be a pinky demon. Oh yeah, lots of spiders too. And it's hard to dodge these guys because my stamina is empty. Great, I'm stuck in this room. Alright, what am I missing here? I think the same thing happened last time I played this. I got to this room and just kind of wandered around in circles for a few minutes. Just waiting for something to happen. I'm actually not sure if I should quick save right now. Oh, yep, see? Just waiting for stuff to happen. Doom 3, The Waiting Game. Hi. Bye. no, it's not Halloween anymore. It's officially November 1st. A very depressing day, because not only is Halloween over, but rent is also due. I think you can, Tony. You can try posting it. Let me know what happens. And my mouse cable is barely stretching enough, so it's got this constant tug on it, which is also pretty annoying. Normally when I record from a separate PC, I would be playing on my CRT monitor, but because this is Doom 3, and I would barely be able to see anything on that monitor. Okay, seriously, dude? Yeah, again, because this is Doom 3 and I would barely be able to see anything on it, I had to stretch my keyboard and mouse over to my main PC so I can play the game on my LCD monitor. But the computer itself that I'm running into the capture card, it's still in the same spot it normally is, so it's kind of far away. I guess we're not going to get that cabinet. I'm running a little low on ammo. Yeah, right? Rent is scarier than any horror movie.
Marine, I was able to locate your position. More due to getting an malfunction and shut down. Asset service disruptions throughout the entire base. I don't know how long I'll be able to track it. Bravo team.
I pretty much got no ammo.
Pick up the pace. You weren't far behind.
So we'll try to use grenades for a little bit at least.
Hey, you! Can you help me? I'm trapped in here.
Sorry. It's just a video game, bruh. Whoa there. I wasn't expecting these guys to come from behind. Nice. I am very low on ammo. So what I want to do here is, this opens up. I want to kill this guy first. Grab all this stuff. I do have adrenaline right now. Gonna be a bunch of spiders. I think I can just sort of camp in here. I'm gonna actually quick save it, and I'm gonna go use the bathroom because I've had a lot to drink. Between water and the monster and all that stuff, and a bunch of diet soda earlier. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Leah, hello. Intermission, that's right. The bathroom doesn't give Doom Guy that much adrenaline. It doesn't give him any adrenaline, unfortunately. It should give him a lot. That's it. Alright, so there are actually two different ways you can go here, and I really love how these guys just magically appear out of nowhere, even though they were nowhere to be seen in the previous room. Ugh, aggravating, man. So I guess we're going this way. Couldn't see what I was doing.
Main schematics show all passages out of your area blocked. The only way through is by traversing the EFR, mechanical subsystem with a possible route. Activating the system will get you a direct route, but it's dangerous.
I think I was actually supposed to go down that ladder.
Make a choice.
Are these not going to open up? Apparently not. Uh-oh, not good. Yeah, you don't want to throw a grenade when they're right next to you. That's never good. Guessing I probably should have jumped over there. Yes, you could also go the bottom route. There's a ladder that takes you down below. There's some items. I haven't been down there in a long time. Actually, I don't even know if that'll take you all the way to the other side that you need to go to. Fudge. And we're dead.
Schematics show all passenger target area blocked. The only way through is by positioning the bomb. Activating the system, you can extending the service bridge is safe for all heights. Make your choice. Good luck.
Alright, switch back over to my grenades. So we're gonna go back to, this way. Boom! Boom! And... boom. Yeah, so apparently it was the spiders I got hit by last time. Shotgun, you're freaking useless. You know, I was in the bathroom and I was thinking to myself, man, we were doing pretty well on this playthrough. If we keep this up, we might actually be able to beat this in one sitting. And now I'm starting to doubt myself. Oh, hey, nice. That's a good time to quick save it. You know, I probably should have asked this early on in the stream, but how many of you guys have actually played Doom 3? I know when we first started this stream, before I actually, you know, got in and started talking and whatnot, I think John Donnelly said he had never played it before. Which is actually really surprising to me. I'm curious how many others out there have played it or not played it. No doubt, just determination. What's going on, Mike? Oh, great, now babies are tortured in this game, where you haven't seen the half of it yet, man. There are actual little flying, like, cherub babies in this. And they are pretty annoying, like these spiders. These spiders are very, very annoying. John has played the demo, nothing else. Tony Hayden has not. Office played it. Yeah, we know Office. It's like your favorite game of all time. I will say though, Office, I actually did want to do a Nightmare run eventually. I started one a long time ago, back when, you know, I used to play this game a lot more. But I never did actually finish the game on Nightmare. It wasn't like I didn't think it was possible or anything. Like, it was totally doable. It was a fun dynamic. This is one of those things I just never went back to. Got caught up in other games. So hey says longest FPS he's ever played. Really? It is long for what it is. Is there gonna be another? You played a little bit of the vanilla PC version and you played the Xbox 360. So that's the BFG edition. Okay. The 360 one. Although, original Doom 3 for Xbox is backwards compatible on the Xbox 360. For anyone that wants a more vanilla-like experience on the Xbox 360. It is a nice little feature that I think people have a tendency of forgetting about. The Xbox 360 can play some OG Xbox games. And Doom 3 is one of them. I am. Oh, you're not an M. You're close enough, though. If you see spiders appear, you kind of want to just sit still. Because they have a tendency of just constantly spawning in. BFG on PS3. Right on. That should be, I'm pretty sure that's the same as the 361. I don't think there are really any differences. Carlos also played a BFG version. Got stuck. Vagary. I don't know what that is. Sorry, Carlos. Cole Phillip hasn't played Doom 3 yet. Justin played it and beat it when it first came out. Nice. Plasma cells. Although I actually don't remember when the plasma gun actually appears. Oh, come on. They all spawned up top. I thought they were going to spawn down below. I just now realized that the pistol might be alright against these guys. And it looks like it is. So I gotta keep that in mind for the rest of the playthrough, because I've got a ton of pistol ammo. The lighting and shadows in this are still really nice. Still very convincing. Yeah, the fun parts in this game is when you're in hell. So only about 5% of the game is fun. Just kidding, guys. Don't jump down my throat. Getting better with those grenades. I will say the game is more fun now since I had a practice run and I'm a lot more comfortable with it again. Alright, so it looks like we got some adrenaline as well. And I want to get that health. Gotta take advantage of that adrenaline. It's like Kiss Psycho Circus, the Nightmare Child, when you got some projectile enemies, you can actually just duck under their projectiles. Oh no. Crap. Not good. This is our first boss, and it's kind of a crappy boss, because I don't know how to dodge his projectiles at all. And I just blew myself up. And I think the game actually just crashed. And my mouse is all out of whack right now. Yeah, it's... Doom 3 has stopped working. Yeah, my brightness is like all out of whack right now. Oh yeah, they also updated the Steam interface. We might have to actually restart this computer, by the way. Which is gonna suck because I can't get past the BIOS boot part. Crap. Let me try to just run Doom 3 again, see what happens without restarting. We'll see if the image looks super washed out or anything like that. I think it looks pretty much the same. Oh no, man, am I all... Hold on. Crap. We might have to retrace our steps quite a bit. Yeah, see, I didn't want to go right into the boss like that. I didn't know that was going to be the boss room. And when you cross the line into the boss room, it always throws you into a cutscene. Am I using Windows Vista? No, this is Windows 7 on this machine that's running Doom 3. It's a dual boot setup, so I also have Windows XP on it. I actually wanted to run this on Windows XP, but I'm actually having problems with XP right now. Microsoft has taken off the activation servers, and I used a workaround last year to get around the online registry or registration. But it seems like that hack that I did failed. It's a long story. So I think I'm going to have to end up going... Well, I'm going to have to troubleshoot it later on. But yeah, we're running Doom 3 on Windows 7 instead. Which is fine, doesn't matter. Although the Steam version of Doom 3, it looks like it's the 32-bit version. There is a 64-bit executable for Doom 3 that you can run. Which, if you're running an older system, you definitely want to try to run the 64-bit executable if you can, assuming you've got a 64-bit capable CPU. Back in 2004, there were still a lot of CPUs that were... Actually, I think most CPUs were still 32-bit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna reload because I feel like I'm supposed to have the plasma gun here. So let's go back. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Like, I really don't have much ammo here. And if I have to fight this guy with just the shotgun, then that's not going to be very fun. Looks like that might be it. Alright, so it looks like people are having trouble with the stream, so I'm gonna actually restart it. I'm gonna change stream servers. I think restream.io is giving me problems right now, so... And this actually, this actually really sucks because, I'm gonna have to end up uploading the locally recorded version. OBS is struggling with trying to stop the stream too. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of connection issue right now. And of course, everyone and their grandmothers freaking out. Let's just have some patience, people. Just waiting for OBS to allow me to restart the stream. OBS seems to be having problems right now too, which that's actually a real big problem because I'm doing a local recording.